On a beautiful April afternoon, young Nasla, newly pregnant, was with her father having breakfast while the children played in the garden of the house. Due to her happiness and the responsibility she felt for her expectant state, she had deep and sometimes confused thoughts. Knowing her father's wisdom, she didn't hesitate to tell him, "I feel disoriented. You know, I am very devout. I pray constantly, and my requests are not heard." Her father took a sip of coffee, closed his eyes, sighed, and said to her, "Dear Naslada, what you have just raised is very important because I believe that everyone at one time or another in their life must slow down their senseless speed and reflect." The old man continued, "We live in a crazy, stressed, absurd world, and we don't dedicate time to ourselves, to ask ourselves questions and get to know ourselves. Naslada, I would like to share with you the wisdom of my dear and admired Dr. Mario Alonso Puig, because he helped transform my life and the lives of millions of people. Let me briefly explain who this wise man is. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig was born in Madrid in 1955. He is a medical specialist in general and digestive system surgery. He practiced surgery for 26 years and was a fellow in surgery at Harvard University Medical School. Subsequently, he trained in the field of human intelligence at the Harvard Graduate School of Education with Dr. Howard Gardner and Dr. David Perkins, as well as in mind-body medicine and positive psychology at the Mind/Body Medical Institute at Harvard Medical School. He also trained in negotiation at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Harvard Law School, and in psychological aspects of leadership at the Levinson Institute in Boston. Furthermore, he is certified in coaching for leadership and professional development by the Tavistock Institute of London and holds a master's degree in humanities from the Francisco de Vitoria University. From 2002 onwards, he progressively left his surgical practice to dedicate himself to research and teaching in the field of personal and professional development. He is a member of the New York Academy of Sciences and the American Association for the Advancement of Science. He is a renowned speaker and consultant, specializing in leadership, high-performance teams, change management, health, well-being, happiness, communication, creativity, and innovation. He has given seminars and conferences for numerous companies and events, both nationally and internationally. Of course, he has a YouTube channel and is active on various social media platforms. He is the author of several books, including El Camino del Despota, The Path of Awakening, Tomate un Respiro, Mindfulness, Take a Breath, Mindfulness, Residia tu Ment, Reset Your Mind, Tus Tres Superpoderes para lograr una vida más sana, Prospera y feliz, Your 3 superpowers to achieve a healthier, more prosperous, and happier life, and El Quotient Egalis, The Grit Quotient. Well, through his books, conferences, and videos, as well as his vision of how to pray and attitude, I was very fond of his 5 magic words. Everything I'm telling you, Naslada, is based on his teachings, and although I am not worthy, I will try to explain it to you in my humble words. Imagine that words are like little magic seeds that we plant in our minds and in the universe. Some of these seeds are very powerful and can make incredible things happen in your life. The words you use are super important. Not only the ones you say out loud, but also the ones you think in your head. It's as if the universe hears them all. These words are like secret codes that ancient people knew and that science is now beginning to understand. If you learn to use these words correctly, everything you desire will begin to come into your life. It won't be by chance, but because you'll be speaking the language of the universe. But before I tell you what those 5 words are, you have to understand something very important. Words are not just noises. They're like small vibrations, like when you play a musical instrument and the air moves. These vibrations have the power to change how you see things, how things are around you, and even how the world works. Many important people throughout history have spoken about the power of words. Words not only describe what happens, but they build it. So, how can you use this to your advantage? Imagine that everything you see, feel, and experience is not exactly as it is, but as it has been explained to you with words. It's as if you've been given special glasses that make you see the world in a certain way. If the words you were taught are a bit sad or limiting, that's how you'll see your life. That's why many people feel trapped and think they can't do certain things. But it's because their own words are holding them back. Your mind is like a builder of reality, and words are the tools it uses to build it. Every word you say has a vibration that affects your energy. If you always say negative things, that's what you will attract. But if you use positive and powerful words, you will attract wonderful things. That's why there are 5 special words that are like magic keys. I heard this in one of the most powerful talks by Dr. Mario Alonso Puig. Today, I share them with you. Since I discovered them and use them every day, my life began to change completely. The first powerful word is I am. This is the strongest word of all. It's not something we say without thinking. It's like an order to the universe to see you in a certain way. It's true, dear Naslada. Do you remember when Moses asked God's name? The answer was, I am that I am. At first, it wasn't very well understood why that answer. But over time, it was discovered that I am represents creation itself. God did not say I was or I will be, but I am. Because everything you put after I am becomes your reality. Your subconscious mind, that part of you that works without you realizing it, doesn't understand jokes. It simply obeys what you tell it. Every time you say I am, you are giving a direct instruction to your mind. If you say I am capable, your brain starts working so that you feel and act capably. But if you say I am fearful, your energy and your thoughts will become fearful. It happens by inertia. Since we were little, sometimes we were told things like you're bad, you're not good at geography, you're messy. And without realizing it, those words become true in our lives. So I asked myself, if all my life I've been programming my mind with negative things, what would happen if I start using words of power? And that's where my change began. I realized that every time I said I am, I was sending an order to the universe. So I decided to try something. I stood in front of the mirror and said, I am love, I am health, I am money. At first, I felt like I was lying to myself. My mind told me, but you are nothing, you are not worthy. You can't change your life with just words. It didn't work. I realized I had to change my way of thinking, and this is nothing more than consistency and perseverance, like all the good things in life. And then something incredible happened. I started to really feel it. My body reacted differently. My way of being changed. Opportunities began to appear, and people valued me in a different way. It was as if the universe was listening, and it was. Science also explains it. The brain doesn't always distinguish between what is real and what you imagine with great force. When you repeat, I am abundant, your mind begins to believe it and work to make it true. Your ideas change, you act differently, and you attract that abundance. That's why, if someone always says I am a failure, it seems that everything in their life proves them right. But if someone says with certainty, I am successful, the universe responds. Since I am is so powerful, you have to use it carefully and with a clear intention. I did the following. Paper and pen, the best tool ever invented. Write on a paper some sentences that begin with I am. Do it as if they were already true, in the present tense and in a positive way. For example, I am worthy, I am healthy, I am a good mother, I am respected. Repetition. Repeat those affirmations throughout the day. Do it very consciously. Visualize it as if it were already so. Live it. The most important thing is to combine repetition with emotion. This is how you educate your brain. The second magic word is thank you. Dear Naslada, It seems very simple, doesn't it? We all say thank you when someone helps us. But this word is much more than a simple courtesy. It's a secret code that can change your reality. Before I understood this, I always felt like something was missing. Well, I got one thing, I already wanted the next. I was never completely happy. I thought, when I have more love, I will be happy. When I find the perfect job, I will feel complete. But this way of thinking kept me trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction. Until I understood something very important. Wanting something means you feel you don't have it. If you want money, you are telling the universe that you lack money. If you want love, you're showing that you feel alone. The universe doesn't respond to what you want, but to how you feel. That's when I discovered the power of the word thank you. The first thing I understood is that I couldn't attract anything good if my energy was focused on what I lacked. I needed to change my vibration, and the fastest way was by giving thanks. When I started saying thank you even for the things I didn't yet have, my energy changed. I stopped asking desperately and started thanking confidently. It was a total change. The universe stopped seeing me as someone who didn't have and started seeing me as someone who already possessed. Because when you give thanks, your mind and your energy open up to receive. It's as if you're saying to the universe, I already have it. Give me more. And the universe gives you more. Science also explains it. Giving thanks changes your brain. It makes you feel happier, reduces sadness and worry, and even makes you stronger. People who give thanks are happier, healthier, and more successful. So I asked myself, if giving thanks has so much power, what would happen if I do it all the time? I decided to try. Instead of complaining about what I didn't have, I started giving thanks for everything I had and for what was yet to come. Every day, several times, I said out loud, thank you for being alive. Thank you for being healthy. Thank you for being rich. Thank you for a new day. Even though I didn't see it yet, I acted as if it was already real. And then something incredible happened. Doors began to open. Things flowed more easily. My energy changed, and people noticed. I don't think it was a coincidence. Yes, thank you is the key to having abundance. You have to use it with intention. This simple habit changes your energy immediately. When I practiced it for several weeks, my life took a radical turn. I started noticing good things I hadn't seen before. My emotions improved, and the things I wanted started arriving faster. The more I gave thanks, the more good things appeared. So now I ask you, what have you been thankful for lately? Are you aware of how you use the word thank you? From now on, you have two options. Continue thinking about what you lack, or start giving thanks for what you already have and for what is on its way. The decision is yours, but the universe always listens. The third important word is I trust. Oh, Naslita. This word wasn't easy for me at first. Not because it was difficult to say, but because it meant letting go of wanting to control everything. And I had always liked having everything under control. Since I was little, I was taught that to be successful you had to work hard, that nothing was easy. So when I heard that I had to trust in life, in the universe, it seemed strange to me. For me, trusting was being a bit foolish. If I didn't control it, how would I know things would turn out well? But what I didn't understand is that my need for control was precisely what was blocking my desires from becoming reality. I said I believed in the law of attraction, but deep down I didn't trust. I said I'm going to achieve my goals, but I was afraid of failing. I said I know money will come, but I checked my bank account with worry. I dreamed of good things, but I didn't trust that they could happen to me. And the universe doesn't give you what you ask for desperately. It gives you what you trust is already yours. That was a great lesson. I realized that every time I asked for something with a lot of anxiety, my energy was telling the universe, I don't have it. I don't think it's possible. I don't know if it's really going to happen. And the universe gave me back that same feeling of doubt and lack. Science and spirituality agree on this. When we truly trust in something, a part of our brain is activated and helps us make decisions. But when we are afraid, another part of the brain goes on alert and fills us with anxiety, which prevents us from seeing new opportunities. When we trust, our body relaxes, energy flows better, and good things start to appear effortlessly. So I asked myself, if fear blocks what I want, what would happen if I start to completely trust the process? Fear closes doors, trust opens paths. One day, I felt very frustrated. I had done everything they told me to make my desires come true, but nothing happened. Then I remembered a phrase: ask, believe, and let go. Don't ask and doubt. Don't ask and check every 5 minutes. Don't ask and be afraid that it won't happen. Just ask, believe, and let go. So I made a decision. I sat down, closed my eyes, and said out loud, I trust that what is for me is already on its way. I trust that the universe is working in my favor. I trust that everything will be resolved at the perfect time. And then I stopped trying to control everything. I stopped worrying, and I stopped doubting. At first it was difficult, but when I really learned to trust, everything started to flow. When you change how you feel inside, what happens outside also changes. The universe doesn't work under pressure. The most wonderful things in my life arrived when I stopped trying to control everything and simply trusted. Because when you trust, the universe responds. So now I ask you, what are you trying to control right now? What would happen if today you decide to trust that everything is already on its way? It's not magic. It's a universal principle. Ask, believe, and let go. When you do, get ready, because everything will start to flow like never before. The fourth powerful word is, I deserve. After learning a lot about how to make my desires come true, I discovered something even deeper. I could repeat positive phrases, imagine what I wanted, trust the process. But if deep down I felt that I didn't deserve what I desired, I blocked it without realizing it. It's like that, naslada. That's when I understood the true importance of the word I deserve. And everything changed. Your subconscious mind doesn't negotiate. It doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you believe you deserve. If deep down you feel you don't deserve good things, your mind will reject them, even if they come to you. That was one of the hardest lessons because I realized that many times I had unknowingly sabotaged myself. But when I started saying, I deserve this, something inside me broke. It was as if I finally gave the universe permission to give me what I had always been waiting for. So I decided to do a little experiment. Every time my mind tried to say I'm not good enough for this, I don't think I can achieve it, this is too good for me, I would stop it and firmly repeat, I deserve this, I deserve the best, I deserve to receive with ease. And in just a few days, opportunities began to arrive effortlessly. Because when you truly believe you deserve something, you attract it naturally. Because the truth is this, you have always deserved the best. You just had to remember it. And finally, the fifth word is, it is done. It is fundamental, dear Naslada. When I discovered this phrase, I understood that making your desires come true is not just about asking and waiting anxiously. It's about declaring with complete certainty. For a long time, when I wanted something, I asked for it with doubt. I wish I could get this. I hope the universe helps me. I'm going to try to make it happen. But every time I said those phrases, I was sending a signal of doubt. That's when I understood something fundamental. The universe doesn't respond to uncertainty. When you learn to say it is done, you stop begging and start giving an order. It's like pressing enter on the universe's computer. It's a definitive order that leaves no room for doubt. This word is powerful because it closes the vibration cycle. When you say it is done, you send to the universe. Dear Naslada, I don't have the standing or the speaking ability of Dr. Mario Alonso Puig or other recognized teachers and communicators. My humble intention is to have given you some tools to reflect on, because the only power is within you.